If you died, I don't know what I would have done, what I would have been capable of. The damage may have been irreversible, so for the sake of the pack and the town, I distanced myself. I waited every minute for a sign of your death, every minute feeling nothing but helplessness and terror. I've been shifted for weeks, all to feel less connected to you. I thought you must be suffering from the distance, but little did I know. The repercussions might not be as physical as they used to be, but I still needed you here. God, all I could think about was what you were doing, where you were, why you left. Sleeping here every night alone, and when you came back, I knew I had to make it up to you. I knew things would only be worse, and I was right. Look at us. It's been weeks since I last saw you, and I couldn't even touch you, hug you. You said it yourself, he says. You'd choose your father over me, and you did. I shake my head. No, it's not my father I'm choosing, it's the baby. Without my father, without his power, it will die. I don't understand why you need to have this baby so desperately. If it's for the pack, then we've been over this before. I thought you moved on. My bottom lip trembles. It's for the pack, but it's more so for you. And I would tell you why, Adam, but you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't listen for a second. Wrenley, I have to try and understand. If not, we're only going to be torn further apart. I sigh. You're not going to like it, but we have to be realistic. Adam watches me, allowing me to continue. My father created me for a reason. Why exactly, he has yet to tell me. But eventually the time will come. My purpose will come into play, and I don't think I will ever see you again. The baby will be able to succeed you, yes, but it will also be a piece of me. And like it's eased my pain without you, it will ease your pain without me. His eyes stay fixated on my face. The distress behind them grows more apparent every second he allows himself to comprehend this. He told you this? That you will never see me again? He didn't have to. It's been made very clear over our encounters. Adam shakes his head. I am not yours, not initially. I was born because he wanted me to be born. My true purpose lies with him, and the moon goddess may have mated us to stop his efforts, but I don't think it will be enough. He's stronger than us, stronger than everyone. When the time comes, I won't have a choice. I'll have to go with him, and at least I can leave you a piece of me. My hand falls gently on my small protrusion. I think creating this baby will be the only good thing I do. I want people to remember me for this good thing, and not however many bad things my father created me for. His eyes hold my own. Steady breaths push past his lips, and silence once again creeps in. Adam pauses, then continues. There's nothing I can do, is there? How am I supposed to kill a god? I'm sorry, I really am. Before I was sorry because you were suck-mated to a human, but now I'm sorry because you were stuck-mated to someone who could never be yours. But I suppose our time together is better than having no time at all, right? So please, even though I know you feel betrayed by me, can't we try to spend our remaining time happy? I just want to be happy because I'm in love with you, and I want to be even more in love when our time together ends. Then, wherever I am, I can remember this time. I can think about you and our baby. I can imagine what you two are doing, how you are living and caring for it, and I won't worry because you'll have each other. I know you won't be hurting. I wipe a tear from my face, realizing how wet my eyes are. I can't live without you, Adam says. No, you can. You'll have a piece of me. He stands up then and refuses loudly. No, I don't want a piece of you. I want all of you for the rest of my life. I shake my head. He comes to me swiftly, grabbing my shoulders. Adam, I won't let him take you. It's inevitable. His grip on me tightens. You are my mate, Wrenley. I am, I say, looking up at his face. Nothing will change that. But every moment we have together is precious. I don't know exactly how long we have. I should have never left, he breathes. You're here now, I'm alive, and you're here, and we're going to have a baby. Adam places his hand flat against my stomach. Time is everything now, okay? So promise me that we'll love each other until our very last second together. There's no time to fight anymore. His hands come up to my face. He caresses my cheeks, his thumb brushing across my skin. Promise me, I whisper. Promise. I promise that I have yet to stop loving you, and I never will, and I promise that nothing will take you from me, Adam says, desperate for my father to have an Achilles heel. I promise that we'll be together, all three of us. I swallow. I won't go willingly. Maybe I can make a deal with him. Bargain. We'll have time to think, but our main focus has to be the baby. It must be born before he takes me, or I suppose if he takes me. This is a lot to take in. I know, but it's never been easy, so why should it be now, right? Your mother knows I'm pregnant, but she still believes I'm human. They know nothing about my father or what I am, so she was upset with you, wasn't she? Without you here, it's been bizarre having her as my only support system, but she's helpful. She really wants me to have this baby. Adam sits back on the bed, sighing. That explains why she was pestering me for not supporting you. The woman thinks you're a saint for carrying my child for so long. I've won her over, I say lightly. I never thought the day would come where your mother likes me. I know there's no use in arguing over the future, but for the time being, I just want to make sure that nothing happens to you. You can kiss seclusion goodbye because you will not be left alone until your father is dealt with. I know, I tell him, letting him protect me. I think he's restored enough of my power to get me through the entire pregnancy. We just have to keep him at bay. I near him, and he looks up at me. Adam brings his arms around me, his head pressed gently to my chest. I don't know what he would do now that I'm pregnant. I don't trust him around me. Your father knows about the baby? I swallow. He knows everything, Adam. I watch Adam, and he lays peacefully beside me, the morning sun just beginning to rise and trickle into our bedroom. Abstract shapes of yellow sun are cast over the room, rectangles stretched on the wood floor and the cream walls, and I used to stare at them before getting out of bed. But now that Adam is here with me, I can look at him like I used to. I used to lay here and listen to his steady breaths. It wasn't often that I'd wake up before him, but with my father's power, my sleep schedule has been anything but normal. It's not a new concept to me anyway, to be awake at all the wrong times. Just as I note the pleasant silence, the bedroom door slowly opens. Esther pokes her head through, sees that I'm awake, then proceeds toward me with a tall glass of concentrated vitamins. She likes to juice things for me. I hold my finger up to my lips and she nods, glancing over at her sleeping son. It's a little weird having her in here with us, but I'd rather stomach these uncomfortable moments than lose her. Drink this, she whispers, placing down the juice. Yuki is getting breakfast ready. Should be about 30 minutes. I nod and sit up. Let's just let him sleep. He's exhausted. I'm sure Ben can handle things for one more day, and tomorrow he can bring Adam up to speed. He's lucky you're here, Esther mutters, because I wouldn't be so kind. Adam's father didn't raise him to be an alpha that abandons his pack, and I didn't raise him to be a man that abandons his mate. I have to take part of the blame for that one. We drive each other to do irrational, stupid things sometimes. She sighs. 30 minutes. Wake him for breakfast, please. He needs to eat something proper, something cooked. His mother leaves us, and I sip my juice, taking it to the bathroom with me while I clean up for the day. I shower and dry my hair, wash my face, brush my teeth. Ever since his mother has been here, I've acclimated to a routine. Wake up, juice, get ready, breakfast. I already see her sitting down at the table, waiting for me with her tea. At first, her persistence and organizing were overwhelming, but now I realize that I have never felt more put together. And because she is constantly looking after me, I don't have to worry about my father. Esther keeps him at bay like my own personal guard. The bathroom door gently pushes open. I dry my hands and look as Adam checks in. Oh, did I wake you up? I ask, placing down the hand towel. I wanted you to sleep. There are about 10 minutes until breakfast. She's still here, isn't she? He asks, his voice deep. Of course. I need her. His brow raises. You want her to be here? She's taking care of me. She's the only reason I haven't lost my mind trying to figure out this pregnancy stuff. She knows everything, Adam. From what she told me last night, it doesn't sound like she'd leave if we tried anyway, not until she has her grandchild in her arms. I smile to myself. And she will. She will be a grandmother and will love me forever. He nears me, coming into the bathroom while saying, Okay, but once the baby is out, so is she. You're going to have to get used to her being around again. I don't think she's just going to disappear once her grandchild is born. Obviously, she's going to want to take care of him and be here. Him? Adam questions. I shrug. It's going to be a boy. Now, I'm not a pregnancy expert like my mother, but isn't it too early to know the gender? Or are you making predictions? It's a boy, I say confidently. I'm not predicting. I know it's a boy. I knew it the second I woke up from my coma or whatever the hell happened to me. Adam takes a breath. He leans against the counter with his arms crossed. I haven't gotten used to it yet, all the baby talk. I won't rub it in. I know you don't agree with my decisions, but hopefully when all of this is over, you can appreciate what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep you alive. We're going to figure something out, all right? Nothing is ending. You aren't going anywhere. I move past him and enter the bedroom to change. I mean it, Wrenley. As I collect my clothes, I tell him, I know you do, but it's not like the odds are in our favor. My father has been planning this for a very long time, so if there's a way out, it's not going to be obvious. Right now, we just need to keep him far away so I can have the baby. After I know you're safe, I'll see what I can do. When I look back to Adam, he seems very frustrated. I know our helplessness against my father tortures him to no end, but all I can do is try to comfort him while I'm here. I know it's not what you want to hear, but this was never supposed to be about us. I was born because of him, brought here because of him, mated to you because of him. Everything in my life stems back to him. I'm sorry the moon goddess chose you to be a part of this mess, so let me repay you while I can. What if I don't want to be okay without you? He asks. I shake my head. You're an alpha. You don't have a choice. Adam holds his tongue. Come on, we're going to be late for breakfast. It's difficult eating breakfast and pretending to be happy all so Adam's mother doesn't catch on to my impending doom, especially now that Adam is back. In Esther's eyes, her son's once useless mate might actually pull through, and there is nothing to be upset about. I'm pregnant. Adam is home. We are all gathered together. So when Adam comes downstairs and sits angrily at the table, she can't help but question him. What is it? Still exhausted, right? Being out there, shifted for so long, must have taken a toll. I try to cover for him. I'm sure he'll feel better tomorrow. He stares at me. He stares as if this is the last time he'll get to look upon my face. It breaks my heart to ignore his pain. I wish I could promise him that I'll be here forever, but I know it's impossible. I don't want to make promises I can't keep. Adam sighs. He leans back and nods. Esther's eyes linger, but she's quick to move on. I was thinking we could go to the market, she tells me. It might be nice to get out of the house while Ben updates Adam. I thought he was going to do that tomorrow? No, Adam cuts in. Today is fine. I don't want to waste any more time. I agree, his mother says. Well, I thought we could spend the day together. You just got back, and I feel like I've hardly seen you at all. Can't we just do this all tomorrow? Esther reaches across the table and places her hand comfortingly on top of my own. I don't feel very comforted, though. You'll have plenty of time together tonight. But we have to let Adam get back into the swing of things. His absence put the entire pack at risk, and he has to do damage control. He has to mend his reputation, and the best way to do so is to get right back to work. I look to him for clarity, but he says, I'll see you tonight. I just have to assure everyone that I'm still capable. I can't play stupid and say that it doesn't make sense. I wouldn't want anyone doubting Adam's ability to be alpha. After swallowing my deprivation for one more day, I finish breakfast, dress myself, and prepare to leave for the town with Esther. As she buttons up her heavy coat and steps into her boots, I ask, Did Adam leave? I wanted to say goodbye. Yes, Ben got him while you were upstairs. There's a feeling in my chest, a tight, unnerved one that has my mind conjuring anxious thoughts. I don't feel well, I tell her. She pauses and looks to me. Is it the baby? No, something doesn't feel right. Maybe we shouldn't go. Wrenley, there is nothing to worry about. Adam will be fine and you will see him tonight at dinner. I roll my lips together and take my shoes as she hands them to me. My fingers are shaky as I lace up my own boots, causing Esther to crouch down and tie them for me. There is nothing to worry about, she repeats. I have a bad feeling. I don't think I should leave Adam alone. He isn't alone. He's with Ben, and surely they're around many others as well. I cross my arms. You've been in the house too long, Esther concludes. You've become a paranoid hermit. You used to like coming to the market with me. I know and I do, but I don't feel right leaving Adam, not today. He just got back and suddenly he's gone again. I know it can be frustrating, but he has responsibilities. The last thing I want is to stop him from doing his job, but I don't feel right, not today. He should be with me. She studies me for a moment, then asks, "Would you feel better if we went to see him? Can we go to him? Do you know where he is?" I know that they're heading to the northern border. Then we have to go there. I have to get him, I tell her. I know I sound crazy, but you have to believe me when I say that I have a bad feeling. I know something is wrong. I need to get to him. Adam's mother thinks again about my words. It's as if I can see her thoughts processing through the black of her eyes. "All right," she says. "Let's go. Come on." She drives us down a road I've never been on before, and it suddenly turns to dirt. I realize it's because I've never been this north of Waindale, an area close to the mountains and blanketed by dense forest. The ground is uneven and rocky, bouncing me around in my seat. When I stare out at the trees, they seem to carry on forever, never thinning out, only becoming thicker, so close that they seem to grow into each other like conjoined twins. Around Grandma's house, you can see the ocean between them, spots of blue luring you in. Something is luring me in here, too, but it is not the ocean or the view from the cliff. It is something much more complicated. The unsettled feeling only grows worse, nearly taunting me as each minute passes that I'm not with Adam. It's dread, apprehension. Before I felt terrible things when away from him, but this isn't like that. I'm not deprived. I don't feel malnourished. It's as if someone is hunting him, wanting to hurt him, take him from me. Would he? Would my father do something so horrific? "Are we close?" I ask, impatient. Esther seems stressed by the road, overwhelmed by its dips and overgrowth. Just as her lips part, the car jolts strangely. She mutters something and glances to the side mirror. She slows, but I soon realize that it wasn't just another bump. What is it? We come to a complete stop, and she gets out of the car. I follow suit and quickly come around to her side. She's examining the front right tire. "There's a tear. It's popped," she breathes. "It must have snagged on a rock, or there's a spare. In the trunk. I can change it, but it will take me a minute. Don't go anywhere." "I can help." No, she refuses. "You just stand by the car. Don't strain yourself." "I won't lose the baby by lifting a tire," I assure her. "I don't care. I'm not risking anything. It's her baby, too. I want to make her happy, but we don't have time for this." Where is the border?" Esther stares at me. "No, I have to get to him. Wrenley, just give me a minute." "You don't understand," I say, painfully anxious. "I can't wait. I need to get to him." "What is it?" she insists. "What is it? What is so terrible? Why do you have to get to him? Why are you so scared? He's with Ben. He's the alpha. Just let him be a good alpha." "Esther, please." She storms up to me, grabs my shoulders. "Adam is fine, all right? You have to be strong, Wrenley. If you aren't strong, you will lose the baby. You can't lose the baby. This isn't about the baby. Adam isn't safe. I can feel it." "Why? Why wouldn't he be safe?" "He's coming for him." She lets go. "What are you—" "He's coming. I can feel it. He's going to hurt him." Who, Wrenley? The word is on the tip of my tongue. Father. But when she asks who, I don't want to say my father. I want to tell her that something evil, something dark is stalking Adam, and he has no mercy for life beneath him. Adam has come home, but maybe he was safer out there, far away from me. John Amon said Adam was nothing but a restraint put on me by the moon goddess. So what if he's decided to free me of such restrictions? I don't know. I don't know what really he is, who he really is. But he will kill him. He will kill Adam. I'll do anything he wants. I'll agree to anything as long as Adam's safety is secured. Esther's voice fades with distance. The only things audible are my heavy breaths and the frantic beating of my own heart in my ears. I hurry through the trees like a blind woman guided by the hand of another, trusting in the abilities that I know will turn on me. Forest surrounds me, and just when I begin to feel trapped in the lush illusion, voices surface. I chase after them. I power through the brush until the jarring presence of my father taints the air. He leaves a trail of pollution everywhere he goes, as if his presence on earth defies the laws of nature. The voices morph into words. It's Adam. I'm sure he can sense that I'm near, but I can't risk being caught by him. My father is hunting my mate, and I am hunting my father. I step carefully, scan the area. move again, and scan again. Never have I felt so animalistic. Just when I fear that I am getting too close to Adam, I spot him through the undergrowth. He's standing with Ben and 2 other men I have never seen before. He peers back as if he can feel my eyes on him. "You've caught me." My heart lurches forward. I turn swiftly, coming face to face with the being I have been so religiously avoiding. My father stands and gazes with glossy eyes. I imagine his mouth dripping, salivating in hunger. "Why are you after him?" I question immediately. "I know what you've done." I say, "You know everything, I know, but Adam has never been a part of this. Leave him out of this." My father gazes off. "I knew it. I knew it from the exact moment you became pregnant. It's for him. Just let me do this for him first." "No. I know that I can't be with him, okay? I know that, but I can't move on if I know he's suffering without me." "You've let her get to you," he says, steady, still like a machine recording. "You've let this bond overpower you, and so I must destroy it. All I'm asking for is his safety, his well-being. Please. You don't have the right to ask for anything." I take a breath, trying to control my temper. "Please, just this one. You want to give him a child? How dare you? How dare you give my blood to his family? That child inside of you is not a lifeline to give away. You are giving their bloodline power that you have no right to give." "It isn't like that. I'm not doing it so." He stops me. He raises his hand like it is the hand of God. "He cannot survive. He is ruining you. You are acting foolish." No, don't. Just, I won't give him the baby, okay?" I say desperately. "I won't give him the baby. That child is useless to us." "What?" I said, "I won't give him the power, so I'll keep the baby. His family won't have your blood." He glares at my stomach as if he can see through my skin. "That child's blood is tainted with that of a shifter's. It is useless." "Useless? For what? It's my baby, just let me have it. You don't have to see it ever. Just let me care for it." My father pauses in disagreement. "You will understand, Wrenley. It is time I tell you our plans so you understand why this child is a waste of time." I keep my lips sealed despite my eagerness to defend my unborn baby. I need to hear this. I need to know my purpose. You see, the shifters have their system. They have their superior alpha blood with the power to rule over the others of their kind. They are stronger, quicker born leaders. But alpha blood is nothing compared to my blood. My blood is the superior blood to all beings on this earth. My powers are the greatest powers. I am the alpha of all living things. You are my daughter, my bloodline. My blood runs cold, my limbs grow stiff. I walk this earth because it will be mine. He says passionately. I ask slowly, "Who are you?" He steps closer. "I know you aren't John Amon." "I have many names," he tells me. "And now you will have another as well. Luna. You will be the Luna. You will be their leader." I shake my head. "Why? Why don't you make yourself their leader? Why do you need me? You are the beginning of my bloodline." "But you don't need a bloodline. You can't die." He falls silent. "Why don't you just take over and rule as an alpha forever? You don't need me to do it for you. Do not question why I do what I do. There is reason behind all of my actions." I swallow. "Is this because you hate her? Because you hate the moon goddess?" He watches me. I'll do whatever you want as long as Adam is left alone. You'll never hear a word of refusal. Just leave him alone, and I'll come willingly." My father peers back at my mate through the trees, but it's like we're no longer on the same plane of existence as him. I've been pulled to a different dimension. We can see him, but he can't see us. It's like I'm looking through a two-way mirror. "Come then," my father says coldly. "We will be leaving. Going where? Home." I think about the times he's begged me to listen. I think about the moment he held me so tightly and pleaded for me to stay alive, to hide when he says hide, run when he says run. There are things in this world that could rip me apart. There are monsters that hide in the shadows, but little did I know that I would be one of them. Adam couldn't protect me from myself, though. I was constantly preparing for the day my father would take me, yet when the time finally came, I felt so blindsided. There was nothing I could do. I promised him time. I didn't know how much, but I told him that we would at least have a little. Time to have my baby, time to plan a rebuttal, time to say goodbye. Either I left with him or he killed Adam. I close my eyes and imagine Adam's arms around me, remembering just how safe I felt in his hold. Remembering only intensifies the utter loneliness I feel now, but if I don't indulge in memories, it will begin to feel like such things never happened in the first place. The reality of Adam and my time with him will fade, and I worry that he will feel the same as well. The mate bond feels like a bruise that's slowly healing over time. I want to press my fingers into it, feel the ache, but with every day that passes, there is less and less to feel. I stare out into the blackness and picture his yellow eyes slicing through. I indulge in silence just to convince myself that his voice sounding in my mind is real noise. I don't want Adam to forget about me, but I don't want him to hurt without me either. So in hope that it subsides his pain, I pray that his bruise heals. I pray that he forgets about me. My father often vanishes and returns to Earth. He tells me he's gathering our followers, our pack of sorts. He told me that it has been a process he's been working on for a long time, winning the loyalty of rogues and other misunderstood creatures. When he told me about Adam's brother, I nearly let a tear fall from my eye. Years ago, he tried to win over the loyalty of her alphas. He promised the insecure, younger children of alpha blood power if they overthrew their siblings. He wanted to turn her children against her, but they weren't strong enough, mentally or physically, or weren't willing to kill their brothers. My father has been desperate to diminish her power, but the only followers of hers that are eager for revenge are the ones her society has shunned. My father has ordered rogues to attack and kill pack members, and I can't help but think of Waindale and Adam's grandfather. That war in Waindale so long ago was started because my father's followers killed members of the other pack and pinned it on Adam's. He's the puppet master behind every disaster, behind every accident, behind Adam's pain. I can help but feel helpless. He's playing God, but not a God worth worshipping. It's a house, the place he's keeping me, but there is nothing outside. There are no views out the windows because there is nothing but darkness. Every time I peer through, I stare death in the face. It is so black that my brain cannot comprehend what it is looking at. I think about my family and what they're doing. I wonder if they're panicking over my disappearance or if they even know that I'm gone at all. This place defies all logic, and when considering time, I've concluded that it doesn't exist here. Nothing really exists here. This place, this darkness is nothing. It reminds me of the blankness of my coma. The only thing that would reflect progression is the size of my belly, but it doesn't grow. Yet, I still feel life inside, and that keeps me going. Every time I see my father, I fear that he'll take the life away, so every time we both make it through, I have something worth celebrating. Although I am prisoner of this sealed fortress, it is not all bad. I try to learn from him whenever I can. Wrenley. He's here, but I don't turn from the window. I look out at the inky nothing and keep my lips sealed. It is almost time. Soon we will return together, and you will take your place as Luna. Isn't that what you have wanted, my child? A steady breath pours out of me. No, I murmur. I only wanted to be Luna because Adam was the alpha. It is better this way, he says. One leader, our blood. And when I die, you will have an heir. You will pass our blood as I did. I turn suddenly, unable to control the wave of emotion rushing inside. What? Like you did? To some random human? I'd never. No. Don't let such distant things consume you now. All you must do is adjust to the power I have given you, all of your power. I already have an heir, I mutter and turn away. I will not be making another. I will not be pregnant with anyone else's child. That child is contaminated. I scoff. Then make another child of your own, replace me. My father is silent for a moment. I grow curious, but refrain from looking back at his face in search of answers. If I let you keep this child, will you be happy? Yes, I breathe without a second thought. Now I just have to get out of here so my baby can grow. I have to feel the wonderful ground of Waindale beneath my feet again, so Adam can at least know that I'm still alive. His footsteps become distant. I will be going. Take me with you. When I spin, he's gone. I stare at the empty space before me as my chest sinks. He's always here, so suddenly, and gone too soon. I wonder where I am, where this house truly is. I don't want to believe that I'm nowhere, but believing I'm in hell seems like a worst possibility to nothing. There's no fire, no screams of the damned, but I suppose reality isn't always accurately portrayed in the books I read or movies I watch, or maybe my father's prisoners are out in the blackness, forever wandering in the dark. The house has hallways with no doors, stairs that ascend into the ceiling, and nothing to eat. I haven't had food since I was brought here, but I haven't been hungry either. Now that my baby isn't growing, I have no need to eat again. I have nothing to do all day but roam this place and think about Adam. I took every moment with him for granted. Of course, if I had the chance to do it all over, I would share my true feelings much sooner. I would cherish each second and stay far away from my father for as long as possible. What I would do to be lying beside him in our bed. Anything. I would run out into the darkness, in the hope that Earth is on the other side. I would burn this house and tear my father apart. I can't be here for a second longer. I would do anything to wrap my arms around him and feel his kiss on the top of my head. I need to know how he does it, how my father vanishes back to Earth. If there is even the slightest possibility that I can do it too with my full potential restored, then I'll search this house as if it reflects his mind. There's a library of books in a language I've never seen, yet I can't help but understand it. I'll read every page. I'll do anything to feel him again. In the middle of the library, I lay flat on my back and stare up at the intricate ceiling. Crown molding and other carvings rope along it like white vines and knot together at the center point of the roof. Aimed directly underneath it, I close my eyes and recall what I read in one of the many books I've studied from my father's collection. I couldn't find any information about teleportation or any sort of traveling similar to the mysterious vanishing he does, but I did read about astral projection, and if there's a possibility of seeing Adam again, I'm going to give it a try. I let a wave of relaxation wash over me slowly from my feet, up my legs, over my torso, down my arms, and through my neck, until lastly my face relaxes as well. With steady deep breaths, I feel myself sinking into my mind, drowning until it feels like my body is melting into the floor. A sense of isolation takes over, and after a moment or two, I decide to peek. The desire to see Adam is present in my mind, and when I open my eyes, I see him sitting on the edge of our bed, bent over and exhausted. I blink, then blink harder. I peer to my feet and see that they are on the ground, but I can't help but doubt that they actually are. If I've done what I think I've done, I should be on the astral plane, the world between the physical and the spiritual, as described in the book. He can't see me or pick up my scent, and this goes both ways. Yet, despite this, my eyes begin to fill with tears. I hurry to him and fall to my knees. I touch his legs, but he feels nothing. "Adam," I whisper, "I'm here." He suddenly stands and walks to the window. I watch his back tense as he looks out into the night, maybe searching the trees for any sign of me. The bedroom door opens, and I instinctively scramble up and step back against the wall. His mother comes into the room. He turns to her. "I had Yuki put away the leftovers if you want to eat later," she says, her face forgiving and sympathetic. Adam says nothing. "I know you want to go out again tonight, but you have to get some sleep, Adam. She would want you to rest." He clenches his jaw. His eyes subtly find her reflection in the glass of the window. Esther sighs. "She's with her father. She isn't lost in the forest. You won't find her out there." "You know nothing about him," he says. "I know, but maybe I could if you would explain it to me." He swallows. He hardly considers this before telling her to leave him. She knows about my father then. Well, not much about him, just that I'm with him. Adam must have assumed that he's taken me. Esther closes the door as she steps out of the room. I linger from the wall and near my weary mate, hating the fact that he's tiring himself out, needing him to snap out of it so he can sleep and eat and function, but I know the feeling all too well. It's not something you can simply snap out of. It consumes you until your bones are licked clean. "I'm going to get back to you, I promise. I just don't know how to without putting you in danger. I don't know how to escape him. He's everywhere, all the time. He has these plans for me, and I know there's no way out on my own." Still aware that he can hear none of this, I tell him, "The baby is safe. My father said I can keep him, but I can't get him to you. I don't know what to do. I thought I could save you, but look at you. I don't even know how long it's been. I don't even know where I am." Adam wanders from the window and stares down at our bed with hatred. It mocks him. "Please lay down. Try to sleep for me," I murmur. I get onto the bed and lay in my spot, praying that somehow he'll sense my presence and lay down too. When he sits, I bring my hands to his shoulders and pull him. He comes back, and through the eyes of someone truly there, it simply appears that the poor guy is finally giving in. Whether I'm capable of such things or not, I go with it and stroke his hair. I mumble again and again that I'm here until it loses all meaning, and his eyes are falling closed. I hold him and stay with him for as long as I can before I feel my body calling back to me. After one last drink of his beautiful face, I wake on the hard floor of the library and spring to life as if I've been resurrected. I lift up and take in my surroundings, quickly remembering the walls lined with shelves and the cursed pages that fill them. Desperation claws its way out from within me. I take the book set beside me and throw it across the room, watching as it collides with the others and falls open on the floor. Once one thing is thrown, I can't hold back. I grab at anything within reach and tear the room apart. The ground smokes under my feet, but flames fail to ignite. My power feeds off my anger and urges me to destroy everything in sight, but once my fit is over, everything returns to its place, mended and seemingly unbroken to begin with. Nothing here is real. I refuse to wait a second longer in this illusion. I run through the maze, out the door, down the hall, weaving through the house until I come upon two sturdy doors. They lead outside into the blackness, and just as my hand grabs the handle, a voice from behind startles me. "We are leaving, Wrenley." I turn and face my father in disbelief. As I sip air, I ask, "I'm going back. I am taking you back. It is time for us to return together," he says. "Why? Why now? Everything is coming together. Don't you want to return?" I nod with my teeth clenched. He reaches his hand out to me and orders, "Take it. Will everything go dark like before?" "Yes, but you will wake up on Earth." "In Waindale?" His eyes harden. "No, we will not be in Waindale. Now come." I stare at his hand and nurse my own against my chest. "Then where?" "It does not matter where, my child. We must go," he says and suddenly grabs onto my shoulder. There isn't even a second to think before my mind shuts off and the darkness envelops me. Bits and pieces of the earth tickle the sliver of skin exposed on my stomach. My fingers twitch and stretch, and beneath them I feel dirt. I grab at the frozen ground as if the world is beginning to tip over. And when my eyes finally open, I see a steep incline. When I turn toward the sky, I don't see it, and instead see the shading canopy of the forest. My mind slowly gathers information until I feel strong enough to push up off the forest floor. I look around for my father, but instead hear voices, one of them belonging to him. I heave myself up with the help of a tree trunk, then stumble toward the sounds as my head throbs. Once I spot the three men through the trees, I stop and stay hidden behind one. "Soon," one man, rugged and hairy, says to my father. "And the others?" "Hiding in the mountains. They are waiting for your call." My father nods. "You will be rewarded for your loyalty." "And your daughter?" The other man, older, asks, "Is she here?" "Yes, she is awake now," he says and turns to me. "Come, Wrenley." My mouth snaps shut. Now exposed, I nervously step out of the trees. The two men turn their bodies to me and watch obediently. The forest drops behind them, cut off by the edge of a cliff. "Where are we?" I ask my father. "Demigod," the older man breathes, mystified. My brow furrows and my father says, "We will be going into the mountains," ignoring my question. "Our followers are waiting for us. Rogue wolves, our followers." My eyes trail outward toward the north, and there standing before us is a range of mountains. I can't help but believe it is the mountain range far away north of Waindale. If I'm right, then I am much closer to home than I expected to be, much closer to Adam. My father reaches out his hand, and I shake my head. "No, not again. Please." "I will carry her," the rugged man offers, stepping forward. My father eyes him. "She will be coming with me." "Please," I say again. I can't. I just woke up. It drains me." "My lord, I can carry the Luna into the mountains on my back. It would be an honor to do so." My father's eyes shift to me. "And where does your loyalty lie?" "As long as my son is safe, it lies with you." My father does not nod or sigh or move at all. He continues to watch me with a blank expression, inhuman and testing. The older man says, "I will watch over the Luna as well. We will both ensure that she makes her way to the others." "Very well," he says, his haunting gaze unwavering. "But remember, I am everywhere, my child." I ride on the man's back through the forest and into the mountains, gripping the thick fur of his wolf as it climbs. As the beast does all the work for me, my mind runs wild with ideas and plots to get back to Adam. The further north we go, the farther away I get from him, and I need to make my escape before we reach the others. My father's power gives me plenty to work with, but I lack the speed necessary to outrun their wolves. It is risky for me to try and escape, especially when my child's life is on the line. My father could appear at any moment and take him away from me if he sees that my loyalty still lies with my mate. It doesn't seem that much time has passed while I was locked away in my mirage of a prison. Winter surrounds us, extinguishing my fear that months have passed. The liveliness of earth is breathed into my body and awakens the human buried inside. My baby feels as if he is growing again, and I sense his soul when my hand caresses the small bump. I want him more than anything, but I worry over what he will become. Half-shifter? Half, as the older man put it, demigod. I'm scared that he won't survive. I'm terrified that he will be even more immoral than I am. When the snowy peaks appear closer than I would like, I straighten up and blurt, "Stop!" The two wolves come to a rough, staggering halt. They peer back at me, questioning. I have to go to the restroom, I say. The wolf carrying me lowers to the ground. I slide off of its back and motion to the trees. I'm going over there. When I sense their gazes following me, I turn back and order, "Please, some privacy." The two beasts look away and I quickly walk through the trees. My heart beats relentlessly, but the adrenaline pumping through me keeps my mind focused. Soon they will realize that my scent is fading. I pick up the pace and my brisk walk becomes a run. As I hurry, I scoop up dirt and rub it on my skin, trying anything to cover my scent. When I come upon a small overhang, I struggle to climb down and suddenly lose my grip. My body lands roughly, but there is no time to cry over bruises or wounds. I bite my lip and force myself to my feet. My breaths grow heavy and my eyes indulge in paranoia, constantly looking back, expecting to see the two wolves charging after me. Distant sounds of thumping paws reach my ears, so I try to run even harder. The flowing, gushing noise of water grabs my attention. I immediately chase after it and stumble upon a river down below. It cuts through the forest, and the ground beneath me breaks way for its powerful current. I have to jump. There is no other way to escape the wolves. I leap from the short bluff and fall through the air before plunging into the water. My body is swept away and carried off, and there is hardly a chance to breathe. I'm dunked and drowned in the water, spinning and twirling in its eerie darkness, but I manage to steal gulps of air when I can. The current begins to slow, and its thrashing grip loosens up. My scent is masked under the water, so I let it carry me further, numbed to its deadly cold. The river leads to the ocean, and as long as I am within its hold, my father will stay at bay. It is when I touch land that I have to confront him. It is then that I will have to fight. Coughs erupt from my throat as I crawl out of the water and up the pebbled beach. My nails dig into the rocks as I heave out one last croak and collapse onto my back. The night has consumed the light of day, but the cover of dark won't hide me from him. He's coming for me, and my baby isn't safe. My chest rises and falls rhythmically as my eyes study the night sky. His voice sounds in my head, toying with me. I manage to climb further up the beach until the waves can't reach me. I don't know how far I am from Waindale, or how close I am to the mountains. The forest stands like a wall, masking the lay of the land. My growing baby eats up a majority of my father's power, but I use the rest to replenish my tired limbs. However, the longer I rest to heal myself, the more my father's looming presence devours me, stealing all forms of rational thought. Pebbles shift from behind me, giving way under his steps. My fists ball at my sides. Defeat holds me down. A cry of frustration leaves me as my eyes squeeze shut. "Please," I shout. "Go away. Just go away." A soft touch brushes my arm. I jolt and my eyes shoot open. A woman's face peers down at me, making me question just how reliable my own mind is. My lips part as she brushes the wet hairs from my pale face, her movements gentle and loving. She rests beside me like a mother nursing her sick child. "Who?" He will not hurt you, she tells me, her voice soft. He is not here anymore. Her skin is nearly luminescent, glowing under the moon's lustrous rays. My eyes are lost on her face, but I feel safe by her side. I know you, I murmur. I cannot stay here for long, Wrenley. This is not my realm to wander. I do not belong here, but I have come for you, for your father. He's gone? Her ghostly hand caresses my cheek. His links to this world will be no more. Whatever the sun fails to shine upon is mine to look after, but your father wanted to take it all for himself. I am not supposed to be here in this form, but there was no other way for me to send him home, no other way to break his links. His links? I ask, limp in her arms. She nods. Yes, Wrenley. He has been linked to this planet for far too long. What were the links? His children, she says, again petting my hair. My head tilts away from her. There are more? He had many children, all a part of his plans. My hand shakily lifts from the pebbles to my stomach. Do I have to die? Her beautiful face falls. I am hoping you will take my offer as your brothers and sisters did. What is it? I will make you like my children. You will no longer be human, no longer have your father's abilities. His power will no longer be inside of you, destroying the link he has to this world. My eyes fill with tears, glistening under her gaze. I will be like Adam. Yes, you will. My baby? He will be too? The back of her hand brushes the tears from my cheeks. No, Wrenley, I cannot save him. My lips, salted and dry, quiver as a breath floods my lungs. Your child will not survive in a shifter's body. He has your father's blood. You and your baby are the last links. And if I don't take your offer... Your father cannot continue to visit this world, she says, refraining from speaking the blunt truth. I will die, I say. Either my baby dies and I live, or we both die. Your baby will live on in spirit. I will look after him for you. I shake my head. I can't. Please don't make me decide. Adam is looking for you. He is desperate for his mate to come home to him. Please, Wrenley, go home to him. I do not like to see my children in pain. I do not want to take you from him, from your home. But my baby, he will be with me forever. He will be returned to you when it is your time. Sobs clog up my throat. I cry in her arms until she pulls away and tells me, I cannot stay here. I must return. Please, let me change you. I will see him? He will be waiting for me? Promise that he will be waiting for me. I promise your baby will be with you again one day. I clench my jaw as my body seems to squeeze into itself. Finally, I muster the word. Okay. Thank you, she whispers and places her hand on my chest. Close your eyes, it will be over soon. I peer down at her hand over my heart, nervous and frantic. The last thing I feel is my body setting on fire, every inch of my being burning away as anew rises from the ashes. Her face blurs and my head concaves. The world shatters to nothingness, and the life within me wanes. My skinny legs race out the back door and across the backyard. A lawn chair drags across the grass behind me, and I hold on tight as it jumps and bumps along. My eyes fixate on the retired clothesline rooted in a bed of gravel, the cords drooped and weathered, the painted metal flaking away. I set the chair against the pole and step up onto it. I heave my small body and kick my legs around until I manage to sit on the horizontal piece which the cords are secured to. From my watch post, I survey the tree line, enjoying the Pacific breeze as it blows through the leaves and through my dark hair. Between the grand trunks, I see something move. My eyes squint and my body leans forward. My tiny hands grip the metal, and the thing comes forward, but it isn't a thing, it's a man. It's a man I've never seen before, a stranger in Grandma's backyard, and my stomach twists as he steps out of the trees. His gaze fails to leave me, fails to falter for 1 second. Frightened, I climb down as quickly as possible, but my apprehension gets the best of me, and I slip, drop, and smack against the ground. My knee pulsates and stings, my mouth opens, and a scream ruptures into the open air. The man disappears. When I look back, he's gone. If he was cold, I could warm him. Hot, I could cool him. Dead, I could revive him. I wake on the hard stones of the beach, empty and alone. The night gives way to day as the sun begins to break through in shades of orange and pink, yellow and beyond, the lightest blue. The blood that drained from within me has dried, and I shed my clothes to wash them and myself in the ocean. The godly strength I felt is gone, but the ocean water is not frigid against my skin. Overwhelming hunger has surfaced, but the great understanding I once had has dimmed. I'm one of them now. I can feel the need to shift inside me, but I'm scared of how it will feel, how I may change not only physically, but mentally. My stomach thunders, furious from starvation. They hunt, they tear away at their fresh kill, bloody and raw. I know I have to do it. The instructions are coded into my DNA, so I abandon my soaked clothes and face the forest with determination. My fear is suffocated by my terrible hunger, but hesitation still gets the best of me. I shut my eyes and take a deep breath. Come on, I mumble to myself. My eyes squeeze as I let the beast inside take over. I lash forward, feeling every microscopic change as my body molds into that of a monster. Bones move and break, hair spurts all over, my face is reshaped in a flash, and my dark eyes become even darker. Hands form to paws. My spine stretches to grow a tail. The fearsome teeth of a carnivore emerge in my mouth. I collapse onto the ground, my face planting into the rock. I lift up as soreness consumes my body, and with each step I attempt is nothing but wobbly failure. The hunger I felt in human form multiples tenfold, but I am as skilled as an infant when it comes to walking, let alone stalking, sprinting, and pouncing on prey. Regardless, I force myself up again and again until I can step without crumbling. One step becomes many, and like riding a bike, balance becomes second nature. Walking evolves to a jog, which quickens to a run. Just as I am proud of my conquering, my front leg is caught on a tree root and my body crashes into the forest floor. My ears perk up at distant sounds of life, and from my crater I see something moving beyond. I am swift to get up and shake it off in pursuit of a possible meal. The animal instinct takes over, and all train of thought vanishes from my mind. It's a rabbit. The sight of it has me salivating. I eagerly chase after it, tripping and stumbling and bumping into trees. I wreak havoc until the thing is dead between my teeth, but I quickly realize that it isn't enough. Not even an entire deer could sustain me. Filling my stomach in this form will be much harder than filling a human stomach, so with no time to waste I charge south toward Waindale. It's toward my mate, who will discover yet again that I am not what I appear to be. The world is somewhat different from this perspective. I feel powerful, but not evil like before. I just hope Adam is okay with this. The fact that I'm like him. I hope he forgives me for the loss of our son. I hope he believes me when I tell him that the moon goddess herself held me and did this to me. More urgently, there are rogues in the mountains, and I don't know if they are disbanding now that their leader has disappeared, or if they are going to find power in unity. Adam needs to know this. Waindale and the pack are at risk. I travel down the coast grateful for my newfound speed. A human would never be able to cover such distance in such time, and I truly understand why Adam's father and Alexander had to journey so far when searching for him. I can't help but believe my easy adaptation to this new body is because a part of me was always meant to have it. Things will be different now. Roadblocks I experienced even with my father's power could be cleared. Thinking about my baby makes my heart shrivel and turn to dust, but my body is now compatible with my mate's. Nothing will ever replace him, but I must consider the technicalities because I am able to provide an heir once again. I must act in favor of the pack because that is what a Luna does. Shifter or not, I always tried to do what is best for the pack. I may not have been physically eligible to hold such a title, but in my heart I knew I was always capable, regardless of what blood flowed through my veins. Something in the air causes me to slow. I turn my head, unsure. It's like Adam's scent, but slightly different. It's stronger, more potent, more intricate. I shake my head and dash off, thinking I must be close. The surrounding forest appears rather familiar. I've been in the Waindale woods many times, yet I never thought to memorize the scenery. I never thought such knowledge would carry so much weight. I could be 20 miles away or 1 mile away, and it's not like I can venture into town like this. My clothes were abandoned at the beach up north. I have to trek through the forest and find Adam's house from the back. The scent becomes more apparent. With few options, I try my best to follow it. Soon I hear a voice. At first, I can't make out what the voice is saying, but as I grow closer, I recognize it with both relief and excitement, so powerful that it hurts. Then I realize he's calling for me. He knows I'm near. Wrenley! My heart swells and threatens to burst. Wrenley! Where are you? My legs can't move fast enough. I come plowing through the trees and suddenly see my mate in a frantic search. His eyes find mine in a matter of seconds, but his face is utter confusion. Desperate to speak, I shift to the me that he knows, but I am unaware of the resulting pain. A surprised cry escapes me, and I fall to my knees. When I look up, I am still met with bewilderment, possibly even more. Adam stares down at me. Shock has made him mute. I know, I breathe. Just let me explain. He comes to my side, pulling off his shirt and covering my naked, shaking body. He takes me in his arms and presses me against his chest, the back of his hand holding my head. Adam's scent replenishes a reserve that has long been empty, and as I bask in all his glory, he mutters, "How? Wrenley, how?" "He's gone," I say, refusing to let go. "She came here and sent him back to hell." Adam takes in a deep breath and holds me even tighter. "Don't do that ever again. Don't vanish off the face of the earth. I couldn't even feel you anymore. It was as if you didn't exist anymore. Where were you? He took you, didn't he? And what was that? How did you shift? Did he do that to you? Did he make you one of us?" "It's complicated. You're all right? And the baby?" I slowly pull away. "I want to go home. I'm tired and hungry, and God, there are rogues in the mountains, Adam. You have to go stop them." "What are you talking about?" "We have to hurry. I'll explain inside," I say and tug him to keep moving. Adam takes me home, and while I ransack the kitchen, I explain my father's plan to create a pack of his own, a pack so large and powerful that it would dominate over all shifters. I explain how he gathered rogues in the mountains to be our followers, how they're a threat to Waindale and the pack. I try to describe where I was, how I may have been in hell, and this makes Adam tense. He watches me and every now and then touches me just to assure himself that I'm real. I wasn't even his only child, Adam. There were others. They kept him connected to our world. I suppose he wasn't planning on having just one pack, but many packs all over. He would have control over everything, but the only way to stop him from coming here was to destroy his children. I then go on to share my upsetting experience with the moon goddess. She said I could either become one of you or, well, I couldn't be here anymore. I didn't have a choice. The baby isn't compatible with this body. She told me that he wouldn't survive, but if I didn't change, we both wouldn't survive. I had to let him go. You aren't? I shake my head. No, not anymore. He's with her now. His eyes fall to my barren stomach. There isn't time to mourn. There isn't time for any of this, not until we know that the rogues aren't unifying. History will repeat itself. They will not only hurt us, but any other pack they come across. Our son. He died inside of me when she changed me, I say, looking directly at his face. He poured out of me and I washed him away. He's gone. Adam's expression turns careful. He was ours. I know he was, but he was also part of him. Adam grips the counter and pushes against it, furious that our helpless baby couldn't be saved. My child didn't ask to have my father's blood. He wouldn't want to have such evil ingrained in him. He would have been like me, sacrificing everything to stop such malevolence. He would have been like me. My father didn't only torture me. His other children, he must have watched them as well. He must have fueled them and told them that they were going to be leaders. The moon goddess must have mated them to shifters to try and better them. They were probably kept in their own prisons in that sea of black nothingness. They were probably out there. I just couldn't see them. There may be groups of rogues in hiding all over the world. What do we do? Other packs may be in danger. Adam stares down at the counter, then suddenly lets go, stepping back. I'll send a group to scout the north. We're in contact with neighboring packs. We can warn them, spread the word. How close are they? Not close at all. We keep our distances, but if you're right, if there are other rogues banded together, then having all packs searching should find them. I'll make the calls, tell them to let others know. I nod. Okay. I don't know how many are in the mountains, but we need to protect Waindale just in case. People need to stay inside. We need to make sure everyone stays out of the forest and bunkers down. I'll send Ben to the town hall. He can tell the mayor, and maybe we can get an advisory out. We could say there are wolves near town or bears or something. He'll figure it out. Before Adam leaves the kitchen for the office, I grab his arm. I need to make sure my mom and grandma are safe. Wrenley, I don't want you out there. I'll be fine. I'll run there in wolf form. I have to tell them. He sighs. Wolf form, right. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Hey, at least your mom might forgive me for no longer being pregnant. Just be quick, okay? I will, I say. I'll come right back here. He pulls me close, kisses my forehead, then releases me into the world. I strip behind the house and shift yet again, feeling much better now that I've been fed. I pick up my clothes and carry them in my mouth. Now isn't the time to explain everything. There may be things forever left unsaid, but my priority is to warn them and keep them inside. It doesn't take me long to run to my grandmother's, and when I do, I swiftly shift and dress myself in the cover of the brush. The pain eases up more and more every time I shift, but a soreness lingers. I stretch my limbs as I hurry up the porch steps. I knock insistently, and the second my grandma opens up, I slip inside. Oh, Wrenley, did you call? We weren't expecting you, she says and closes the door behind me. No, I didn't. Where's Mom? Why, she's in the backyard digging out that old clothesline. Do you need her? I can go get her. I turn to the back door. No, I'll get her. Just stay inside, okay? Stay inside. Is something wrong? I'll explain. Just don't go out there, I say before shooting out back. I immediately see her hunched over with a shovel, plowing at the gravel, digging up the metal like the stalk of a plant. Mom? I call, and she peers back. Wren? What are you doing here? She straightens up and leans the shovel against the post. Come inside. We need to talk. The two sit down in the living room and watch as I lock every door and check every window. Wren, what are you doing? There's a threat. These rogue wolves are near town, and we're worried that they might try to hurt Waindale. You need to stay inside and wait until I say it's okay. Grandma asks, why would the wolves hurt their own town? These wolves aren't a part of the pack, Kai. Rogue wolves are, well, rogue. They aren't really loyal to anything, but we think they're unified, and that could mean very bad things. It's dangerous out there. Adam is sending someone to the town hall to put out an advisory right now. Will everyone be okay? Does Tali know? And Vivian? Damn it. I need to warn Vivian. I'm going there right now. I just wanted to get to you guys first. My mom eyes me. Should you be out there? I don't want you running down streets if these rogue wolves could hurt you. I'll call Tali. You're staying here. I can't stay. I have to get back to Adam. Then I'll drive you. Just let me call Tali first. My eyes follow her as she gets up to fetch the landline from the kitchen. It's fine, really. I know what I'm doing. Will you call us when you get back then? So we know you got home safe? Grandma asks. Yeah, I will. I just really need you two to stay inside. It might be nothing, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Wren, my mom calls from the other room. Come explain this to her, will you? Once I make it back home and dress behind the house, I come to the front and find him leaving through the front door. Adam! I call and hurry towards him. Where are you going? He takes a breath. Good. You're back. Stay inside. My mother is on her way. She'll stay with you here. But where are you going? Don't tell me you're going with them into the mountains. No, I'm going to the north border to meet the group when they arrive back. I made some calls and sent Ben to the town hall. Okay, when will you be back? I ask, tired of being apart. It feels like every time we are reunited, something is wedged between us, keeping us from each other. I miss the days when our biggest worry was whether or not my mom would be woken by him sneaking through my bedroom window. I miss the times when we had hours and hours to spend laying in bed together, or eating dinner together, or even just being in the house at the same time. Adam's lips part, but he has no definite answer. It depends on what the group sees out there. If the rogues have disbanded, then I'll be back soon. And if not, he brings me against him, his hand rubbing up and down my back. Just don't go up there if they're still together. Adam continues to console me as if he's already died. I push away and look up at his face. I mean it, I press. Please. If the rogues are still unified, we will devise a plan. There won't be any rash decisions, okay? But those plans involve you, right? I don't understand. Don't you have people that can fend them off? Why are you being put at risk? You're the alpha. Exactly, he says, bringing his hands to my shoulders. I'm the alpha. There's no better person for the job. It's what we do. Fight, protect, Adam tells me, looking into my eyes. I take in a sharp breath. knowing there is nothing I can say to convince him to stay here with me. He leans down to kiss me goodbye, but I turn my head, not wanting to say goodbye. He never belonged to me. He was never made for me. He was made for them, the pack. What do I do if you don't come back? What happens to all of this, to me and your family and the pack? Adam can't help but let an amused chuckle escape him. Confused and taken back, I swiftly look to him. I'm going to come back, he says. How do you know? You don't know what could happen. It's not like you'd go up there to talk it out. It's dangerous. It would be dangerous, but I'm not going to die. I don't die, Wrenley. Not by some rogues, anyway. I cross my arms. If it's just some rogues, then let me come with you. No. I'm like you now. I can... Adam says, don't try to convince me. You're staying here, all right? Well, I suppose it was worth a shot. He comes close again, but I hold my hand out, placing my palm against his chest as his unshaven face is inches from mine. I have to go, he says. I know, but after all of this, fighting or not, I swallow, will it be over? It was over the second she sent him back, the moment she changed you. What if he comes back? I mean, there had to be a way for him to come here without links. The first time he came to Earth, he had none. Adam's grip tightens on me. Your father is gone. You can't live in fear that he will return someday. I nod, showing him that I'm letting my worries go, even though they are embedded in my mind. Finally, I let him kiss me, and I can't help but let a tear slide down my cheek as he does so. He pulls back and sees my tear, and he wipes it away while telling me, "There's no need for that. I'll see you soon." My fingers softly touch my lips as I watch him leave. There isn't even a moment to wallow, because the second he vanishes from my sight, his mother pulls into the driveway, her tires grinding against the gravel, scrambling my thoughts. She pops the car door and calls to me, "Did he just leave?" I sigh and clear up my face. Yeah, he's going to the border." "I knew you would be back," she says as she makes her way to the porch. "I kept telling him that you were fine because by now I know better than to believe that you could leave my son alone in this world. Now you better be okay. How's the baby?" She looks up to me from the bottom step. When I fail to provide an answer, she steps up each step until her motherly expression is too close to ignore. "What is it? You better just say it." "There is no more baby," I murmur. "I'm sorry. He didn't survive." Esther stiffens. She straightens up. And my son knows this?" I nod. "He knows." Well, we knew it was a risk from the start, didn't we? I'm surprised you lasted as long as you did, and despite the lack of a grandchild, I'm still proud of you. I don't think any other human would have lasted even a fraction of the time. Esther, don't let this get you down. We can come up with a solution. This doesn't have to be the end. Esther, I didn't lose the baby because I'm human. I lost him because I'm not. She surveys me, glancing up and down at my seemingly human body, the same body I've always had. Something happened to me while I was gone. It's a very long and complicated story, but yes, complicated and long, sure, but what? My eyebrows raise. Oh, well, I saw the moon goddess. She came to me. Oh, sweet goddess, she made you one of us, didn't she? She made you into a shifter so you and my son can be together. Didn't she, Wrenley? How did you... I prayed for this, she says, taking all the credit. I did. Every night, I begged her to just make you one of us, and I know it may be problematic or wrong, but she listened. She heard me and came to you, and now everything will be okay. Yes, I breathe, going along with it. She did. When she came to me, she said exactly that. Esther happily brings her hand to her face, dabbing the wetness from her eyes before anything can pour out. I knew it. I knew my persistence would be worth something. Come, let's go inside. You have to tell me every word she said. It was the last day of our trip that she came to me. My father had gone to bed, but I was still awake, missing Adam. She said that we were meant to be together, but not like this. She heard your prayers and knew that I had to be one of you. I knew that changing wouldn't mean my baby wouldn't make it, but she promised to watch over him. He's safe with her now, I explain. Esther sighs. It is always a great loss to lose a child, Wrenley. It is one you will never forget. When I lost my son, Adam's younger brother, I didn't understand how the world could continue to turn without him, but it does, whether you want it to or not. But my baby was, well, a baby. He was never born. How can he be compared to his brother? A woman's child is a woman's child. Just because you never got to hold yours doesn't mean he will be forgotten. Just because you can have more children now doesn't mean he was meaningless. I nod, my hands squeezing one another in my lap as we sit in the living room. She's in the same spot she was those months ago when she told me that Adam and I could never be together. I'm glad you're back, honey, and I would be whether you came back like this or as a human. Thank you, I say softly. Now, she announces and brings her hands down on her legs. Should we prepare dinner for when they get back? Adam's father? He's with Adam? Of course, and I'm sure they'll be starving by the time all of this is over with. My eyes follow her as she stands. What if something bad happens? What if they really have to fight? Then I'm sure they'll be even more hungry. Come, Yuki is staying safe at home, so we will have to fend for ourselves in the kitchen. As I trail behind her, I ask, aren't you worried? No. Such feelings left me many years ago, Wrenley. So this is something I'll have to get used to. Adam putting himself in danger? Being Luna isn't fun in games. When the world seems to be falling apart, we stay strong. We have to be. You have to trust that my son knows what he's doing. I do. I know Adam can take care of himself, but I'm still scared. Anything can happen out there, and I'm just stuck in here. She turns to me. It's different once you have a child or two to take care of. They may be crying, pack members may be coming to your door for answers, your mate will be goddess knows where, and you'll have to handle it with a brave face. But I know you're strong. I know you can handle it. You'll realize that your need to care for your family extends to the pack because they are your family too. When they're frightened, they will need to see that you are not. I can do that, I think out loud. As I help Esther in the kitchen, grabbing and seasoning and mixing whatever she pleases, a knock comes to the door. My eyes shoot to her, and she calms me with a descending hand. She tells me to watch the stove as she answers it, and soon she returns with Ben close behind her. My body relaxes at the sight of him. Without a greeting, I ask, was there a warning put out? There was, he confirms, something about a bear and her cubs wandering through neighborhoods. You think that will keep people inside? He shrugs. If anything, they'll be alert. But I thought I would stop in to see you before meeting Adam at the border. He told me you were back. Yeah, right. I went on a sudden trip with my dad. I'm not sure what exactly Adam told everyone concerning my sudden disappearance. The last time his mother saw me, I was wandering into the forest alone to find him. But it's not like he can say I was stolen by my godly father who has been stalking me and feeding me my own evil manna. Yet, whatever excuse he conjured seemed to keep questions at bay. Don't you remember Adam saying she is with her father? Eater asks Ben. That's right. He did. Well, what a situation to come back to. It's not every day you have rogues banding together. I sigh. Just look out for each other out there, okay? We always do, he assures me. I'll get going. I'm sure the scouts should be back any minute now. Here, Esther steps forward. You can go through the back door. Thorcedo, and be sure to come back here with Adam when you're done. We'll have enough food to feed an army. Their voices fade, and I promptly hear the opening and closing of the door. There have been countless times where I had nothing to do but wait to see my mate's face. Wait to see if he is coming back to me. Sometimes he would promise, and other times he wouldn't, but either way an encumbering feeling of unease would slither around in my body, prodding and yearning to escape. I remember what it feels like to be without him now. My father's power numbed such deprivation, but it's back with a painful familiarity. I sit on the steps of the back porch and wait for him in the cold that again fails to chill me. As I stare out at the trees, I can't help but imagine my father standing between them, watching me, waiting. I want to believe that the moon goddess can keep him from me, but I know things can't be so simple. The question plays over and over in my head. How did he come here in the first place? My mind aches from contemplating all the possible ways, but what gnaws at my sanity even more is the fact that I may never know. I peer up at the cloudy sky, searching for a meteorite on a path of collision. It's not in a rogue's nature to live in a pack. Their very title defies all conformity. But what if my father was powerful not only by physical means, but by manipulation? How do I know if anything he said to me, things I believed far too quickly, is true at all? He convinced rogues to fight together. Now, how many things did he convince me of? For one, I actually believed that my child would have been spared. I may never know who exactly he is or why he has such plans of domination. I may never know where I was while in my coma or where he kept me, where time stood still and nothing but blackness seemed to exist. There are so many things I will consider and pick apart for the rest of my life, yet the only way any of it seems bearable is with Adam to distract me, to pull me back to earth when I feel like my head is in the clouds. I think about Vivian and Imogen and my friends. I think about my mom and grandma being close by, there whenever I need them. I think about Adam's mother and the acceptance I feel regardless of what I am. There are classes at the academy and being Luna, and lunches at the diner or drinks at Barb's. There's walks through town or runs through the forest. And there's Adam, always Adam. There's our bickering rooted in the utter fear of losing one another. There's our days and nights when no amount of touching will suffice. There are times to reminisce and memories to create, and I will always try my best to run when he says run, no matter how desperately I want to stay. I can't wait to see the look on his face when I stand my ground and fight beside him anyway. If I close my eyes, I can picture the memory that's surfacing in the back of my mind. I was sitting on my bed, waiting for him. The warmth from my pink lampshade reflected around the room and out my bedroom window. A signal for him to find his way home. It was so dark that night. The moon was shielded by thick, heavy clouds, yet I knew that nothing could hurt him. He was the most dangerous thing in those woods. I gaze up from my bent knees and look out at the open field before me. My chest swells and fills with air when I see him coming through the trees, emerging and shaking off whatever commotion he was juggling at the border. I stand on the steps and wait until he's made his way through the grass, waiting until he stood just in front of me. "I told you," he says, relieved. "But I have good news. The group we sent to scout out the mountains found abandoned camps. There were a few strays still hanging around, but they should be cleared out by tomorrow. There were possibly hundreds of rogues in the area, but I'm guessing that they gave up once your father didn't return." My eyes dart around to different features of his face. "I'm not sure what other packs are finding, but we should be fine. Wrenley? Are you hearing me?" "Yeah," I breathe. "I am. We're going to be fine." He crosses his arms. "My father and a few others are heading over, but I better check to see if I have any messages." Adam moves past me but stops at the door once he notices my stillness. "Wrenley? What now?" he questions. I turn to face him. "Now what? What's next?" "Well, we see what other packs are finding, if any rogues are still united. But for us, here, if I'm one of you, if my father is gone, if the rogues have left, now what?" Adam's shoulders relax and realization consumes his expression. He steps back to me and runs his fingers down my hairline and behind my ear. "Now is the good part," he says. "The good part?" He nods. "Now we enjoy ourselves." I shake my head. That doesn't sound right. Since when do we do that? Come on." Adam takes my hand and leads me inside. "Maybe we can enjoy ourselves a little," I say. Until the next thing." "I never thought this day would end," Vivian groans. I glance at her as we walk down the hallway, her, Imogen, and I all heading toward the main doors of the academy. "I got so used to doing nothing over winter break that even putting on my uniform took it out of me," Imogen says. "So how about we go to the diner and celebrate our first day back? I'm thinking burgers, fries, milkshakes." "Sorry, I can't," I say. "Adam is waiting for me." "Out front? Right now?" Vivian asks. "Yeah, he should be out there." She frowns. "What about girl time? You pretty much disappeared the entire break and came back suddenly one of us now." I already explained all of that. Yeah, Imogen waves me off. "The moon goddess changed you, we know." "How can you say it so casually?" Vivian questions her. She shrugs. "I just believe it. I mean, why would the moon goddess mate a human to an alpha if she wasn't planning on changing her eventually? That'd just be cruel." "That's funny because I remember you guys trying to convince me that my humanness was just fine." "What were we supposed to say? Your being human didn't make any sense at all," Imogen says and skips to the doors. She peers out the windows at the top, standing on her tippy toes, then says, "Yup, he's there." Vivian sighs. I just can't believe she came to you. I can't believe you looked her in the face. I can't believe you're one of us. I don't blame you. It was all very sudden. Do you think you'll ever tell your mom and grandma? She asks. My shoulders drop. I don't know, I admit. Maybe someday, just not now. Imogen suggests, tell her when the time feels right, but if it never does, it never does. Just don't surprise attack her with it like Viv did to you. It didn't surprise attack her. You shifted at me and I screamed, I recall. I felt pretty surprised and very attacked. She shoves me a little and I look out the window as well, seeing his truck. Well, you best not keep the alpha waiting. Are we still meeting with Eli and Iris this weekend? I'm pretty sure, she says. You know what? I don't mind the girl, Imogen announces. She seems to be doing pretty well here for a rogue-turned-pack member. She's in my science class and she always shares her snacks. I'm sure she's nice, I agree. Vivian tells us, Alara seems to be doing okay too. I talked to her last night and she sounded excited about school. She said that there's a guy she's talking to and they have a class together. I smile. That's good to hear. Together we push through the doors and make our way down the front steps. All right, Vivian says. We'll catch you later. Have fun with your Luna business. Oh, just a bit of self-defense today. I'm still getting used to the technicalities of fighting off possible threats as a giant wolf. I may be his mate, but Adam is very serious about me learning to protect myself. He should be. Now that it's official, you're the pack's Luna. People may come after you. You can't trust strangers. Anyone could have ulterior motives. I'll keep that in mind, I say. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We cast each other off with final waves before I swing open the passenger door and see Adam's pretty face. I climb into my seat and turn to him. Ready to go? He asks. Only if you promise to be nicer this time. He shakes his head. If someone is trying to hurt you, they won't be nice about it. Fine, but I want to play that game afterward where you chase me. You may be stronger, but I don't know, Adam. I think I'm faster than you. We'll just have to see about that. He says and pulls out of the academy lot. But I was thinking that maybe your family could come for dinner one night. My mother still wants to meet them, I know. I'll call or something. I'm sure my mom would be happy to meet your parents. We drive for a little while in silence before Adam says, I've noticed that you're sleeping more soundly. Have the nightmares. They're getting better, not so frequent, so real. Good, he peers over. That's good. They'll stop eventually. One day, I won't even think about him anymore. He'll be nothing but a forgotten memory. Adam grabs my hand and I hold his with both of mine. He'll be nothing, I murmur.